Hey there everybody, this is Svensson, welcoming back to Let's Play Lufia 2. Last time we entered the Bound Kingdom and found out that some dude named Idura was apparently out to destroy the entire kingdom, and the kingdom's prince, the kingdom's valiant prince, set out to save his kingdom, but we find out that the prince is actually not quite as powerful as he thinks he is, and Dekar is going to go after him to save him, and I suppose that we have to go in after them to see what's going on. So this dungeon, in this room, there's basically 3 ways to go, and I usually go for the left one first. I'm sorry, the right one, because this one basically leads nowhere, excepting that it gives you a really nice item in the Thunder Ring. I forget exactly what it does, but I believe it's an upgrade for several of our party members, at the very least for Seelan. I'm going to keep this around for later. We'll have a use for it. Now, there are several things you can do here. Basically just treasure. But I find that all of it is worth it. I forget exactly where this goes, but... oh, right, yeah, I remember now. This is an annoying little puzzle. Basically, you have to hit that switch to make those spikes disappear. Of course, that blocks your path there. Nothing you can do about it. However, if you go back to the first room, you will see that there's 2 more paths that you can take, and if you take the middle one over here, it'll eventually take you over to where we just left. I believe there's a door right here. You can see the lowered spikes there, and this will now allow you to go over here, forming a bridge. Over here is something of interest. An lethal sword. Now, in the American version, it's called simply the Deadly Sword, but there's 2 different Deadly Swords in the game. Right now, I'm playing the European English version of the game, and I have several reasons for that. One of them being that a couple of areas in the American version are glitched in the game, and they're in the Japanese and English European versions, they're not. So I thought that I might as well show you the non-glitched versions, especially since I've never actually seen them myself. Up until today, I've always played the American version, so it'll be a revelation for me as well. In any case, now that we lowered the bridge over there, you can just undo the switch again, and we can go over here. Now these enemies here, I'll just show them once. I got in first, but these can be really annoying. They're actually quite fast and powerful, and they can do some nasty attacks, but generally speaking, if you get the first hit on them, they're pretty easy to take down. Now, our capsule monster right now is still mostly just slashing, but pretty soon we'll be able to give him plenty more powerful attacks. We don't have the money quite yet to upgrade him, but we will soon. In this room, basically all you have to do is bomb the door here, and we get a Thunder Axe. Now, no one in the party can equip this right now, but that's not going to be a problem much later. This dungeon music is kind of getting on my nerve. I thought for some reason that I could pull that switch and it will let us cross over easily. More fool eye. This dungeon music just makes the place seem more dangerous than it really is. Although I suppose if you're under-leveled, then it can actually be dangerous, because if those little buggers get a first hit on you, they can actually be pretty painful. Now, with those 2 side areas cleared, this is basically the main part of the dungeon. And you have these clay monsters here. They'll start showing up. I forget exactly what their strengths and weaknesses are. I'm just testing this out. I believe they're strong to fire. Oh, actually, they're weak to it. Right. Then it was the Mega Quake that they were resistant to. Yeah. Okay, good to know. They're weak to fire. Keep that in mind. So, there's basically, oh, this is a fun little thing. There's a pattern to the stairs madness, and essentially if you try to walk on it, it'll go in every which way. However, if you walk on it from the left, it'll always go down, and then you can enter it. The first time I got there actually drove me mad. I was much younger and I couldn't figure it out. Yowza, some of those monsters are starting to hurt a little bit. Despite us being pretty powerful for where we should be. So over here you have a couple of ways that you can solve these puzzles here. Actually, I think there's only one way to do it, but... What I meant to say was... Oh yeah, the deadly swords are actually also an enemy. Might as well show them. They're not too dangerous, I think. I believe you can take care of them pretty easily with just focus attacks. I prefer fire, since it's probably the most effective. Oh, maybe not. Or they just have really high defense. I believe that's it. And they can actually drop the sword that we just got from the chest earlier, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, they're starting to do quite a bit of damage. Oh yeah, these are called lethal swords, so they drop their namesake. And you also get different enemies called deadly swords later in the game, and they'll drop their namesake. So in this room, essentially, I think there's a couple of ways that you can go. Oh wait, actually no, you can only go this one way. And these platforms are really annoying. Basically, they'll move according to whatever arrow you're stepping on. And over here is a new capsule monster, Shaggy. Now this is a really, really useful one if you're planning to go to a certain place called the Ancient Cave. So first, let's give it a traditional non-caps name. I'll just keep it to Flash. May as well show you guys. It's light element. It has very high gut stat, very high intellect, but pretty much no physical prowess. If you want to use a capsule monster in a different form, you can actually do that. But I figure why bother since their final forms are much more powerful. This might upset some people, but I'm probably going to stick to Blaze. It's not that I don't like any of the other capsule monsters, it's just that Blaze is so ridiculously useful and so ridiculously powerful that I simply don't feel comfortable using anything else. Or, well, I can use other capsule monsters, it's just that I feel that, you know, whatever other capsule monsters can do, Blaze can do it better. At least as far as damaging attacks go in the game. I believe there is an optional path right here that will enter first. I believe this simply goes to a treasure. Yes, this is it. Now, all you have to do here is basically pull these pillars over there. Now, getting back to the capsule monsters, I think, honestly, that all of them have their uses. I mean, some of them have very high defense, a lot of them have area attacks. The light capsule monster actually has healing abilities. Dragon Egg, always worth it. Other monsters later in the game will have really powerful instant death attacks. But the only capsule monster that can consistently damage most of the game is Blaze. Now this puzzle is annoying. Basically, if you bomb the squares, they'll change color. And I believe you have to change them all to white. Yeah. So one thing I do is I never really know how to figure these out. So I just bomb everything until I get it right. Basically, if you bomb every single space that's left, it should work out in the end. Like, this should clear it, yeah. There's faster ways to do it, but if you just constantly put bombs on all of those, you know, you'll be alright. Life potions are always useful. I'm going to save up a little bit. I'm not going to use all of them right now. I'll have a use for them later. Reason is I don't need to be that much more powerful right now, and it's kind of a waste to keep using them. I'll save over this old file right here, and we'll continue on. We're almost to the end of this one, actually. Now this room's pretty simple. Just push the switch over there, and there you go. Now you can walk around and see that there's a certain prince with a certain squire, or other lackey, waiting over there. And if you go over there, everything collapses and you're in deep shit. Really dramatic music. Oh my, how are we ever gonna get out? Ha ha ha! Start saying your goodbyes! What? I have blocked the spell escape. You are trapped. Well, let's begin. So essentially, Idura can send monster after you. Luckily, these mummies are all very weak to fire, even though they're fast. Or one of them is. A couple of spells will dispatch them quickly enough. Yeah, no problem. They hit us a few times, but nothing we can't handle. And this should be the end of them. Alright, so you get a bit of gold for that, which is nice. I see you can fight a tad. And how about this monster? I get this butt-ugly troll. A group of trolls. It even looks like they're wearing sunglasses. That's actually kind of funky. By far the funkiest trolls I've ever seen. Again, nothing that focused magic can't take care of. Fireball. Eat that, cave trolls. They're probably not used to daylight. It appears they're also weak to fire. Probably shouldn't have used the Mega Quake with Sealan. I think the fire does more damage. Yeah, they're really weak to fire. It may say Iron Claw, but it's actually a fire elemental attack. But I guess the Mega Quake kills them anyway. Amusing indeed. But you cannot win. As long as I live, I can send monster after monster against you. What are we going to do, Maxim? There's no end to this battle. Darn it! Ha 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 ha! Sorry for that stupid laugh. What's so funny? Well, not me, that's for one. Huh? Heroic music! Who are you? Did you think up the childish trick? You certainly are a wimp. Enough! I will not take your insults any longer. Take this! These guys? Not again. Why don't you stop sending all those stupid monsters and come yourself, huh? Destroying you now would be boring. I will return to send you to your doom. And our hero clears our bridge. Hey Maxim, you're already here. I entered the labyrinth first, so you must have passed me. Thanks. No sweat, that wasn't even a fight. Oh, I almost forgot. Your Highness, are you alright? I'm just fine. My apologies, Dekhar. Because of me, you had to go through all this trouble. Please, it is you entered the labyrinth for your country and people. Not everyone can do that. But there was nothing I could do. With practice, you'll be a strong swordsman. And do not forget the good you will foster by trying. Dekhar, would you teach me swordsmanship? My pleasure, Your Highness. Oh, wonderful. I've never been moved like this in my entire life. He's so dramatic. Shall we go back to the castle, Your Highness? Yes, let's. Maxim, I'll take the prince to the castle. We never should have let Idura go. He'll be back. Yeah, you're right. I'll take care of him then. By the way, I need to talk to you later. Sure. Maybe he's not as dumb as we thought. Yeah, maybe not. Maxim? What happened? Do you happen to remember how to open the door in the next room? Push the pillar and put it on top of the switch. Oh, that's right. I know I opened it a while ago, but I forgot. Woo! Thank you. I think we were right about him the first time around. He's definitely a little forgetful. But he really cares about Prince Alex. That's true. The prince wouldn't trust him so much otherwise. That's really impressive. So are you, Sealan. Many soldiers in Parslight think the world of you, you know. Why, thank you. But that's the warrior in me. The other part... Never mind. Let's go back to Bound Kingdom. Ah. I know what's going on there. Yeah, sorry... Ah, crap. Sorry about, blabbering on a bit there during the cutscenes. I don't read these beforehand, so I'm just reading, what appears in the text bubbles. And occasionally, you know, if I'm not exactly sure what's coming, I'll stumble. But I do try my best to actually, enunciate properly. Okay, so now that we showed Dekhar how to get back out there, let's take care of these wimps over here and be on our merry way. Let's see, a fireball will take care of that one, and I suppose a gale can take care of the other one. Yeah, I don't really practice all these cutscenes, I just go with the flow and I talk. I just read what I see on screen. I mean, I know a lot of the dialogue in the game, but I don't know everything by heart. I mean, I've beaten the game plenty of times, but, you know, you don't remember everything. Anyway, what am I even doing? I have escape. Sometimes I forget about the luxuries of these spells. Well, they did say it was blocked, so I suppose that's a valid excuse for not remembering that I have it. Oh, Sir Maxim, I've been waiting for you. What is it? Gades came here while you were in the labyrinth. What? Gades talked only with the king and left. The king's been waiting to see you. Alright, I'll go and see him right away. I guess that's what Decker wanted to talk to us about. Okay, what I'm gonna do here may be a little bit spoilerish, but I'm gonna remove all of Tia's equipment right now, and you'll see why pretty soon. We're gonna need it. We might have some use for some of that. Okay, so, basically, let's just go to the king and find out what's going on. Why did Gades come here? We were hot on his trail. So here we are. Maxim, glad you came. Your Majesty, may I ask what you talked about with Gades? Yes, but it wasn't really a conversation, you see. It was a one-way warning. Your Majesty, what did Gades say? A fearful time begins, so he said. He said he would begin by sinking Seam Island. What? He said he would be sinking Seam Island where Parslide is? He also said he would destroy Bound Kingdom. Oh no! And what did he ask of your Majesty? Nothing! He didn't ask for a thing. I don't understand! He didn't ask for anything. In other words, this isn't a threat, it's a warning. I don't get it. He just wants to destroy for no reason? So that's the whole story, Maxim. You're going with me, aren't you? Yes, but... But what? But I'm not taking Tia and Seelan. What do you mean? Parslide is in danger. I'll fight with you. Thank you, but my answer is no. Not this time. I could really help you in battle. Hey, Seelan, don't you get it? This battle would be serious business, and Maxim knows that. No, I don't. I'm not a decoration. Danger? Fine. Wasn't that our purpose in traveling together? I'm sorry, but not this time. Besides, there are things only you can do. Like what? Go back to Parslide and tell everyone about this, and then lead them to safety. Please. People won't believe such calamity as this unless you tell them. Okay, I understand. I'll do it this time, but it's the first and last time. Tia, you can understand too, right? No, I can't! I want to go with you no matter how dangerous it might be. Tia! No, you go. I was just being stubborn, but... Promise me you'll return alive. I'll be waiting. I promise. Seelan, please take good care of Tia. I will. Well, have you guys settled everything? Your Highness, I said I would show you my swordsmanship, but destiny now calls. But you always tell me you're the strongest, and now you run off and deny me? Well, if your words be true, then may victory be yours. We'll spar upon your safe return. Thank you, Your Highness. I won't let you down. What? Whoa, so gloomy! Guy! Hey, Maxim, great to see you again. Whew, I've been out of it way too long. Is everything okay with your sister? Sure, she's okay now. She can't really walk around yet, but she's fine, and boy can she eat. Jessie said she's worried about Hilda turning into a blimp, ha! That's a good worry. So what brought you back? A letter from the king. He needs my help, so I came as fast as I could. He wrote? I didn't know. Hey Maxim, who's this? This is Guy. We used to travel together, but his sister got sick, so he has to return home. I see. Pretty good. My name's Dekar. It's nice to meet somebody who can actually hold his own. I'm Guy. That was close, you know. If you hadn't been easy on me, one of us could have been hurt. Haha, you knew that much, huh? Anyway, welcome to the party, Guy. Good to be on board. I heard Gades left for the East Tower. I need your help. I know of no others who can defeat Gades. Your Majesty, I've always known I'd fight Gades. And this is the perfect time. Guy, Mr. Decker, let's get going. Before we go, Maxim, would you do something about that Mr. stuff? But we're going to get Gades, aren't we? There's no time to be formal. Alright, well then, Decker, let's get Gades, huh? Yeah, that's my man. Yeah, let's get him! Male bonding, what a touching sight. Gets me right here. Seelan, I haven't given up Maxim, you know. What? I'm not... Shall we leave for Parslite now? Yes, let's do that. Well, we're off to Parslite. Please, Maxim, please be careful. Thanks. I will. And you too, Tia. I will. Let's move! Okay, so apparently She already knows that Seelan's in love with Maxim. But she's in love with Maxim. In fact, they're both in love with Maxim. And this can only be bad news. Okay, so essentially now we have to go after Gades. We'll do that in the next episode. Right now, though, we probably want to fix some of this equipment up. So Guy basically returns with all of his old equipment. And the reason that I didn't remove his equipment was because no one else could really use any of it. So I suppose you could give him the Speedy Ring right now, but I prefer to give that one to Deckard because he is incredibly slow. Now, the Thunder Ring will actually increase his attack power more, but essentially he's like Guy. He cannot use magic. He's just much, much slower, has more strength and more HP. He's basically a slower, stronger version of Guy. Especially his HP, it's out of this world. So he comes down with a Bronze Sword. I like to give him the Thunder Axe that we found in the dungeon, simply because it's more powerful. And also I like to give him the Jet Helm, despite the fact that it decreases his defense, because I like to have him be at least fast enough to keep up with everything that's going on. And I guess that's just about it. Everyone has decent agility right now and good strength, although Maxim's defense is kind of low. I suppose we could get him some armor. Let's see if there is anything that we can use here. Oh yeah, there's definitely this. Yeah, we're going to use this on Maxim. There's no reason to keep his defense that low. You could get some of this other stuff, but I don't think it's really all that worth it. Besides, it just costs way too much. Although, I guess the shield is a good thing, because, again, Maxim's lacking in the defense department. You'll find plenty of equipment, but I don't remember everything and all the stuff that you find in the game, so... one thing that you might do is switch out Deckard with Maxim, so that Deckard and Guy are both in the front row. They can take the damage, and they can deal the damage, so that's what you want to have them do. Now, although Deckard is the more powerful character, and you might as well give him the Gades sword, I prefer to just give that one to Guy because he helped earn it, so for me that's kind of a stupid sentimental thing that I have going on there. In any case, we'll take care of Gades next time, and hopefully this time for good. No more of that true power crap. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.